Okay. Excuse me. Hello. Hope I'm audible now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. We were starting with the essay, the format of the essay and the types of the essay, the intro to the essay. I'll give you an introduction to what an essay is, right? All right. Now, the essay is basically started from a Latin word, assay, which means an attempt. Okay. Essay is an attempt for writing a composition, for expressing your thoughts. Okay, right? And essay is usually it is in prose and it is short on any subject. That is the definition of the concise Oxford Dictionary. What is an essay? It is a literary composition which is usually in prose and it is short. Uh, an essay gives expression to one's personal ideas or opinions on some topic or gives information on any given subject. That is the brief definition of what an essay is. What are the characteristics of an effective essay? Why people like some essays and why some essays are avoided by people? Why is an essay is very famous, more famous than others? And what are the ingredients? What are the characteristics that uh, put life into an effective essay? That make an essay an effective one. So the following are the four basic things which you should concentrate on writing an essay. This is the first is unity, the other is order, the third one is style, and the fourth one is the personal touch. We'll briefly explain all the four ones. Right? What's unity? Now, an essay usually has a singular theme, a, one developing theme, and that theme has a definite purpose. Like in the previous lectures, Saramar discussed with you different topics, different aspects, different issues and questions, and he taught you in detail how to discuss these questions, how to elaborate, how to discuss, how to critically evaluate, how to critically analyze. So all your answers are types of an essay as well, regardless of the one paper, which is the paper of essay. In all other subjects, you are writing creative writing and you are writing subjectively on every topic, on every singular topic. So have these topics have got different themes, and every singular theme is an essay, but that theme must have a unity. In CSS paper, you are given multiple essays, and you'll have to choose one of these multiple essays. So be careful to choose the essay which has a united theme and which you can unitedly express. So the unity of an essay means that that essay must have a singular theme and one theme that is developed with a definite purpose. The subject has to be clearly defined in the mind and kept in view throughout. You should not distract yourself from the subject. You should not stray away from the subject, starting from one thing and going on to another. That would put distraction to what you are writing. You should have the subject definitely in your mind. तो लास्ट सेशन में भी मैंने ये छोटा सा जोक सुनाया था कि एक बच्चे ने एक मजमून नवीसी का मुकाबला था, पेपर टेस्ट टेस्ट टीचर ले रहा था। तो टीचर तो उस बच्चे को किसी ने मजाक में कह दिया कि सर ने जो पेपर तैयार किया है उसमें जो मजमून है उर्दू का मजमून था ऐसे है, दैट इज अबाउट द कैमल, ऊंट के ऊपर एक ऐसे लिखना। तो बच्चे ने घर जाकर अपने अब्बू से कहा मुझे ऊंट के ऊपर ऐसे लिखने, तो ऊंट के ऊपर अब्बू ने उसको ऐसे लिख दिया कि ऊंट जो है वो एक बड़ा मुफीद जानवर है और ऊंट जो है वो सहरा का जहाज कहलाया जाता है और ऊंट का बाज ऊंटों का एक खुआन होता है, बाज के दो खुआन होते हैं। तो ऊँट के बारे में उसने 1-2 पेजेस का ऐसे रट लिया, तैयार कर लिया, लिख भी लिए। अगले दिन जब वो आया तो द टीचर हैड गिवन एन essay on मेरा गाँव, डिस्कस अबाउट योर विलेज, मेरा गाँव। तो वो बड़ा हैरान हुआ। एनी हाउ ही न्यू हाउ टू मैनिपुलेट द थिंग, सो ही स्टार्टेड कि मेरा गाँव जो है वो सिंध का एक दूर दराज गाँव है, और मैं जब भी गाँव जाता हूँ मैं बहुत वहाँ लुत्फ उठाता हूँ, और मेरे गाँव की ख़ास बात जो है वो है उसके ऊँट। तो ऊँट बड़ा मुफीद जानवर है और उसके कोहान होते हैं, और उसके वो सहरा में चलता है तो उससे हम बड़ी मदद लेते हैं। द रेस्ट ऑफ द essay was about an ऊँट, a camel. So the teacher checked the essay, corrected the essay. So that was not a unified theme. He had distracted himself for the theme. So definitely 0 marks. So the teacher tested him in another essay and he gave him an essay के भाई हवाई जहाज का सफर पर ऐसे लिखो। सो उसने लिखा कि मैं हवाई जहाज में सफर कर रहा था, अबू मेरे उम्रे पर जा रहे थे तो मुझे भी साथ में ले गए। तो जब जहाज अरब के सहरा में उतर रहा था जद्दा एयरपोर्ट पर, तो हमने देखा जहाज की खिड़की से, मैंने देखा नीचे सहरा में ऊँट जा रहे थे। तो ऊँट बड़ा मुफीद जानवर है, उसके 2 कोहान होते हैं, बस 1 कोहान वाले ऊँट होते हैं। वो सहरा में बड़ा काम आता है। सो अगेन ऊँट। So whatever the topic he was given, he would just turn it to the ऊँट, right? So you should not get distracted by the subject. You should have the subject clearly in mind, and you should have the to keep it in the background. You should keep it throughout in the back of your mind, and nothing irrelevant to be admitted into the essay. No, no ऊँट, no camel should come into the essay. Your essay should be relevant. So for that, you need preparation. You need an outline, and your subject may be treated in a variety of ways. Now, there's a difference between having a variety in your subject and the way you write an essay, and being relevant to the subject. That are two different things. Being relevant to the subject means whatever you are writing, whichever paragraph you are in, whatever quotation you are making, whatever reference you're making, whichever relevant piece of poem or a quote or a ayat from Quran Pak or a reference from anywhere else you're giving, you should be very much relevant to the subject. And you can do it in a variety of ways. So that is unity. All right. So the second thing is order. All right. Uh, what's an order? You should follow a certain ordered line of thought and come to a definite conclusion. Essay is written in a well ordered way, in a pre-planned way, in a pre-prepared way. That's why an outline is very much important. That you should avoid be haphazard in your reflections. Essay is not just the reproduction of your reflections, the reproduction of your knowledge about a certain subject. Suppose you are asked to write an essay about women's rights. So whatever comes to your mind regarding women's rights, you should not put it in a haphazard way. You should put it in a logical mannered way, in a logical ordered way. Your paragraphs should be well connected to each other. Your essay should start with an introduction, and then it should have a main body, and then it should come to a conclusion. And like you have a unity of the subject, like मैंने कहा कि हर ऐसे को मोड़कर ऊंट की तरफ नहीं ले जाते. Whatever you know, it's not important that you should put in an essay. You should just stick to the one subject. You should not dwell on multiple subjects. So like unity of subject is important, unity of treatment is also important. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. So with unity of subject, unity of treatment is also important. You should treat the essay in a unified manner. So hence the necessity of thinking out a line of thought before beginning to write. It's very important that you should have a line of thought. You should have an outline of the essay. So you should always take your time and give about 5 to 10 minutes writing a beautiful outline. And this outline shouldn't be one draft. You can write more than one drafts of your outline, 2 or 3 or 4 drafts even of your outline before writing an effective essay, because you have to write only one essay, and that one essay that depends on your how effective your writing is and how effective you can express yourself. That one essay is going to reflect your personality to the examiner. How much you know about a topic, that is important. How well you can express yourself about the topic, that is as well important. All right. So the third thing is style. What style you should write in? Okay, some people try to be very bombastic and figurative in their language, very complex in their language. Uh, some people, like I'll put an example. There was a person in somewhere in 19th century. He wrote in a book about not. I'm not going to tell you what about, but I'm going to tell you what he wrote. So he wrote in a literary piece that the glorious lamp of the night was hanging low on the face of the sky. So some people got it, some didn't. So someone asked him what he was precisely talking about, and so there was another writer. He said, "I'm going to tell you what he was talking about. He was just saying that the moon was hanging low on the sky." So, or the moon was shining low in the sky. So the glorious lamp of the light was hanging low on the face of the sky. That was rephrased by the moon was shining low in the sky. Now, if you want to be very figurative in your language, sometimes you may lose your point. Sometimes you may be unable to convey what you want to say. So your style should be dignified and literary, not colloquial. That's obvious. Uh, we are speaking English and we are communicating in English. अच्छा मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ तो चूंकि ऑन फेस टू फेस क्लासेस नहीं हैं ऑनलाइन क्लासेस हैं एंड ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में एक प्रॉब्लम हमें ये पेश आती है वी I don't follow the expressions. I don't follow your expressions. I can't see you face to face, and I can't and interact as smoothly as we do in face-to-face classes. So please do ask me questions and do interact with me if you are not clear about something. और अगर आपको ये प्रॉब्लम पेश आ रही कि मैं अगर सारा इंग्लिश में एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ और थोड़ी सी समझने में प्रॉब्लम पेश आ रही है तो आई कैन ऑल्सो एक्सप्लेन इट इन उर्दू एज वेल एज इन इंग्लिश ओके ट्रांसलेट भी हम इसको कर सकते हैं if you're okay with my understanding with my language then please we'll carry on like that okay so a style is something that should be dignified and literary not colloquial यानी जिस तरह हम इंग्लिश बोल रहे हैं उसी तरह हम लिखते नहीं हैं राइट उसी तरह आजकल लोग एसएमएस भेजते हैं व्हाट्सएप टेक्स्ट भेजते हैं you want to go with me tomorrow to Peshawar so want to go with me and that is a colloquial style that should not be followed in a formal essay never even in an informal one you should not follow the colloquial style of writing you should not follow the colloquial style of speaking okay yeah, so the register which people take in an essay is literary not colloquial but still if you want to write a literary essay in a dignified manner you should not attempt to be too fine in your writing. Too fine in your writing means you should not put high sounding words and very complex words, which should make your essay very burdened, very heavy. The language and sentence construction is to be very simple, direct, and natural. Put up your natural style. You should have a style. How are you going to develop a style? You're not a literary master, you're not a writer, you might not be required to write books, but you must definitely have your own style of writing. And that style should be simple and natural and direct. The simpler and the more natural and the more direct your style, the more effective essay is going to be. Somebody says that the secret of clear writing is clear thinking. If you are clear in your thinking, if the topic is very clearly demarked in your mind, you will be very clear in your writing. So if you're confused in thinking, that would be depicted in your writing. Your writing will be very much confused. Okay, all right. So style. So together with style, the personal touch. Now, an essay is something which is not an objective report. An essay is different from a report. An essay is different from an application. An essay is different from something that is very much objective. An essay has got a personal touch. By personal touch, I do not mean that you should be very frank with your readers and you should be colloquial with your readers, but your essay should reveal your personal feeling and your opinions. You are asked to write an essay about a topic about which you not only have a sound knowledge, but about which you have developed an opinion as well. Now, your opinion should come in thesis, and there should be entire thesis to that, and there should be the balanced opinion of objective views that is called the hypothesis. So, nobody will stop you from putting your own opinion and your personal feelings in writing your essay. So, please write down an essay which depicts your personal feelings and opinions, and it should have your own individuality as well. You should have the writer's individuality. You while preparing for css, you might be going through a lot of essays, reading a lot of essays. You might have read hundreds or thousands of topics before sitting down to attempt an essay paper. And when you get an essay paper, maybe you've got all the essays which you can answer very well. Then you'll have to choose it. The matter becomes of writing an essay of your own choice. Now, what is an essay of your own choice? The essay of your own choice will be the essay about which you not only have a limit, at least some knowledge or a sound knowledge, but it should have your own opinion as well. It should have your own point of view as well. So the personal touch should not be lost while writing an essay, and do not be content with repeating the opinion of others. It's a good thing to repeat the opinion of others. It's a good thing to quote others. It's a good thing to quote analysts and writers and poets and researchers and historians and philosophers in your essay and put their quotation in inverted commas. But it's also very important to put your own opinion. Just putting a bulk of other opinions won't make a good essay for you. Don't be afraid of expressing your own views. Your own views, people may or may not disagree with them. People may disagree with them, but people will not the examiners are not going to nullify your opinions. So don't be afraid of giving a personal touch to the essays, to the essay. All right. Now there's a classification of the essay. In the intro of the essay, I must tell you about different types of essay, and the experts have marked. So these classification are roughly reflective, narrative, descriptive, expository, and imaginative essays. Now, please note that these classes are not mutually exclusive. Some essays may partake the peculiarities of one more than one class. अ, ऐसा नहीं है कि एक ऐसे है उसको आप hard and fast rule है कि you will call it a reflective essay and there won't be any part of a narrative essay in that, or a narrative essay won't be any having any part of descriptive essay or expository. हम इसको थोड़ा थोड़ा सा explain करेंगे. They may overlap in an essay, or you may write an essay which has got some part of every kind of essay present at the. So what is a reflective essay? Now, what is a reflective? Reflection means देखिए reflection अक्कासी होती है, अक्स होता है, thought होता है, idea होता है, something which goes in your thinking process. Consists so a reflective essay consists of reflection on some topic, generally abstract, habits, qualities, social, political, domestic, philosophical, or religious ideas. So you are required to write some essays, an essay about some religious topic or some habits or some qualities, some social or political issues, or about. The second is the narrative essay. What is a narrative essay? A narrative essay is more or less has got some objectivity because it can be more or less reflective because in an objective essay आप देखा कि आप you are a witness to suppose to some environmental changes in interior sin. So you are required to write about that. So when you are witnessing some environmental changes in interior sin, suppose, so you're not just putting the scenario over there, but you're putting your own reflections in that scenario as well. Why has environmental change occurred, and what are the reasons, and what do you feel while witnessing that environmental change? Narrative essays may treat subjects like historical stories or legends, biographies, incidents, natural disasters, journeys, etc. These are classified under narrative essays. The third one is a descriptive essay. A descriptive essay is more or less a narrative essay, but in a more detailed way, a description of some place or thing. It should be imaginative and detailed in your description. You should be very much imaginative. You are asked to write in detail a description of something, and you should then create mental images. And you should then create mental images. Maybe you have not seen a movie or a series of movies, and you are going to put it in a way that is impressive for the examiners. Expository essays like the names exposition or explanation of something, that is basically more or less the scientific essays. Or research based essays, it is written about institutions, industries, occupations, and it is about scientific or literary topics in which you explain the things, an idea, an invention, a literary theory, a literary theory, a philosophical theory, a